What's up, everybody? Chris Linsell here with theclothes.com, excited to show y'all something. I recently got access to a really cool service called Placester Marketplace, and I wanted to show you what it's all about. If you are weighing your options for a new real estate website, Placester Marketplace should definitely be a factor in your decision. So, come on, let's check it out. Placester Marketplace is a service available just for Placester users where you can contract with web designers, digital marketing experts, back-end tech support, and even graphic designers to accomplish specific tasks that will power up your real estate website. The fact is, building a high-performance real estate website is hard. Most agents aren't web designers, and even codeless, easy-to-use services like Placester are going to leave you with a couple of tasks you wish you could do better, which is where hiring someone from Placester Marketplace to help comes in. I asked Placester Marketplace to design a logo for me from scratch, and I recorded the entire process. So let's walk through my experience step by step, and at the end, I'll show you my results. Don't forget, guys, if you like these kinds of reviews of real estate technology, like this video and subscribe to our channel. We have a ton of this stuff coming out all the time, and we'd love to keep you in the loop. Okay, so to access the Placester Marketplace, you start by going to your Placester dashboard and clicking up here at the top on the Services Marketplace. Now, I'm looking for a custom logo design. Each service here has a page that lets you know exactly what you get for your money, and in this case, it's a custom logo, copies of the logo in all the different formats that you'll need, a round of revisions, and they'll even apply the logo right to your Placester website, which is super cool. They're also going to tell you here what you need to get started on the project. Obviously, important stuff. This step, super easy, very transparent. This is key for me. When I'm contracting with a freelancer, I want to make sure I understand the process. I know what I'm going to get up front, and I know how much I'm going to pay for it. There's no sliding scale on price, no surprise invoice later. This is definitely a solid win for me. Okay, here's the info that I gave them. I said, I'm opening a brokerage called The Close. Cool, right? And I need a logo. My market, Northern Michigan. My primary consumer is upscale, luxury, environmentally conscious. I gave them some details about myself. I serve a discerning clientele. I'm tech forward. I consider myself cutting edge. I also gave them some design specifics. I said the Close's flagship red color. And I gave them a hex code that they can use to reference that later. I also said I really like earthy blues and greens as accents if they happen to work. I attached a couple of the example logos that I liked from other people's businesses, and I hit submit. And that was it. Pretty easy. Within a day, I received a message from my creative assistant, a woman named Mila. Now, Mila let me know that she'd be working on my task, and we had a quick back and forth about payment, and within a day, she got back to me with some initial ideas. Okay, so this step was really easy and convenient, but I'll be honest, I was a little surprised that I didn't get any say in who was working on my assignment. I thought maybe I might get a chance to choose my creative assistant, maybe look at a portfolio or reviews or something like that. But it turns out that Placester Marketplace just assigned my task. Now, this isn't the end of the world. I have no reason to believe that this person isn't going to do a good job. It just wasn't what I was expecting. This wasn't a bad experience in the entire Placester Marketplace ecosystem, but it was a little unexpected. Let's see what happens next. So Mila got back to me with some initial ideas. Here's a paraphrase of what she said. She said, here are some logo ideas I prepared for you, both generic examples as well as rough drafts of some custom images. What do you think? She sent me a whole bunch of stuff, like seriously, 16 different images. The generic ones that she sent, they look like they came from like common clip art and stock libraries. I'm guessing that she was using these to try and judge my design sensibilities. Makes sense. The first drafts of the custom images she created are a little bit closer to what I was thinking, but they're definitely not there yet, so I gave some feedback. I responded, of the items you sent, this one and this one are my favorites. I'd like to see something with the color scheme that I called out, and definitely using our brand red, but also the accent colors that I had mentioned. Also, I'd like to see something that pays homage to nature and the environment in addition to that urban lifestyle. Think Portland, Oregon. That's a great example. So, okay. At this point in the process, I'm feeling pretty good about our interactions. The first round of images was pretty basic, but that's pretty much what you'd expect during the design process. Mila has been really timely in her responses. I love that. And now I'm really interested to see how receptive she is to feedback. So here's what she responded with. She said, I'll work with the information you provided and try to create something that will suit your preferences. I'd like to point out that the color combination that you're going for might not be ideal for people with vision problems or colorblind. Okay, so this is really good feedback. Okay, as someone who isn't a designer or a color expert, I would have never thought of this. Having that sort of knowledge at my fingertips via the Placester Marketplace has already paid off for me. The next day, I got another message from Mila with some new logo drafts. Here's what she said. Okay, so these are definitely looking closer. I can tell that Mila is shifting her design direction to accommodate my wishes, and at the same time, she's shaping my requests to fit the best practices for design and user experience that she knows. Of these, number 2, this one's my favorite, but just so I can see some options, I also selected number 4 as well. And I wrote back to Mila. I said, number 2 and number 4 are my favorites. I'd love to see each of them with a couple of fonts to choose from. Can you help me with that? She got back to me promptly with some options, and bam, I made my decision. Check it out. This is what I chose. She then sent me back some mock-ups of my logo and what it would look like on various marketing assets, and this really sealed the deal for me. Okay, this is what she sent me. All of this looks great. I'd be proud to have this logo representing my business. So, in summation, in total here, how did it all go? Honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, we went from completely generic stock images all the way to a high quality custom logo that I can definitely feel good about putting on my business cards. My creative assistant Mila was thoughtful, she was very prompt in her communication, and she offered really good advice. I felt like we had a good working relationship. Her services were definitely worth the money I paid. From start to finish, this entire process took a little less than 2 weeks, and honestly, it likely would have taken even less time, except I was only checking messages from Mila once a day. Had I been a little bit more on top of my messages, this probably could have been done within a week, frankly, but I wanted to simulate a really busy real estate agent's schedule, so I kept my message and correspondence to once a day. Were there things that I would change about the Placester Marketplace? Well, maybe. It would be nice to be able to look at a portfolio of a person who's going to be working for me, especially on creative stuff like a logo design, before I make a payment. Also, having some sort of chat function or real-time communication feature would have probably enabled Mila and I to streamline our conversations and get things done faster, especially early in the process. Exchanging messages like we did was fine, but it definitely slowed things down. And again, part of that was my doing because I was choosing to only check and respond to messages once a day. But all in all, I gotta say, the Placester Marketplace, it really gets my vote. I mean, this system is a major advantage for Placester users. If you are considering a real estate website change right now, or maybe you're just looking for a provider for your very first real estate website, you got to check out Placester so you can get access to the Placester Marketplace. That's it. Thanks, everyone. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you used Placester Marketplace? Tell me in the comments below, or just tell me what you think of the video altogether. And if you liked this video, make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the Closes channel so you can get more great content designed to power up your real estate business. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.